Hi everyone, it's Kay of Kay's Creative Home. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be making a Christmas wreath. It's going to be made with pink, silver, white. I believe that's all the colors I have. And I'm making this as a special order for a customer who's bought my wreaths before. And what I find so funny is that he said he needed a pink wreath for his wife. So I said, light pink, dark pink. He said, all pinks. I said, well, there's baby pink, there's fuchsia pink, there's champagne pink. He's like, just mix the pinks. She does the mix of pinks. So we're going to try this out and hopefully we got it right. Um, and the first thing we're going to do is cut our mesh. So these are 10-inch rolls. They are 10 yards long and I am doing 20-inch. I'm doing 20-inch cuts, and we're going to get these all cut up and I'll be right back. So the next thing we're going to do is take this 20-inch roll of white mesh, and it has silver threads throughout it. You can see that shimmer in there. It's so pretty. And we're going to gather it on the end. We're going to use this to make some poofs to be the foundation for our wreath. And I'm using I believe that's a 14-inch wreath frame. And it is a raised, I think you call these a raised frame because the top, the inner ring sits up higher. I usually use the Dollar Tree frames, but decided to give some of these a try just to see the difference. I think the wreaths look a lot fuller when you use these. So I wanted to make some using it and just see what I like best. So I'm going to zip tie the very end so that it doesn't start unraveling and fraying and all that good stuff. See how I got that nice and tight there. And then I'm going to use my cutting board underneath as my measuring device. I'm going to be measuring out 10 inches of this mesh at a time, and then just taking it to the next set of tinsel holders or pipe cleaners, and putting that mesh right in there, giving it one twist or two, and just to hold it in place. And I'm trying to count to see if it's the same. This wreath frame didn't have the same amount of tinsel ties, but that's okay. It still worked out. Everything still looks nice and full in the end. So let me go ahead and get this in, and then I'm going to just work my way around the bottom layer doing my poofs, and then I'm going to work my way around the top layer doing my poofs. I would suggest, and sometimes I just forget when I'm working, doing that top layer first if you use this method, simply because once I did the bottom ring, I ended up, having to work over top of it to do the inner ring, and some of the poofs got a little tangled here and there. So you might want to do the top one first. Either way, you can get it done. All right, let me get these in here and I'll be right back. So now that I've finished adding my poofs, I'm going to take that cut in and use a zip tie again to hold it on tight so there won't be any fraying and you don't see anything, raw edges sticking out of my wreath. If you happen to hear any noise in the background, I apologize. I'm having some trees cut down. I think the guys have just taken a break for lunch, so hopefully I can get this done before they get back to work. So I am going to add my little zip tie, and again, because it broke and I think I had the tension on my little zip tie gun too tight, so I put it in there again, use the zip tie gun, worked perfectly. I just had some folks here cleaning, and I told you I was doing some work inside the house, and when they cleaned, they went through some of my supplies, and I think some things got adjusted. There's a little dowel on there that might have gotten moved. Still, I adjusted it back to where I needed it, and it's working fine again. Okay, so you know the next thing we do, what we always do, what we will forever do, is shape out our poofs. We shape when it comes to our wreaths. So I'm going to get these all nice and as full as possible, and then we'll be ready for the next step. So I'm going to use the ruffle method for my mesh, the 20-inch pieces I've cut there. And excuse me for being so rude and chewing. And I just noticed with this with this video being, I have it sped up twice the speed. So I'm looking like I'm really chewing fast there. But sorry about that. I was having a little snack. I was hungry, y'all. But you know how you want to keep working. You don't want to stop. So anywho, excuse the chewing. And I am just tucking under the end of the mesh and then gathering it down the center and then making sure the other end is just tucked under and holding it with a clip. I put my clips on the bottom, which may be different from how some people do it. And I do it that way so that I can grip the top when I'm about to place it on the wreath. See, if that's on the bottom like that, when I grab it, I already have the top in my hand. And I'll kind of show you what I mean when I'm actually adding these to the wreath form. Just makes it a little easier for me to get it on the wreath without having to kind of juggle your hands back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to finish gathering a few of these and we'll be ready to add them to the wreath form. So the next thing I want to do is cut my ribbon, and there I go chewing again. Lord have mercy, I won't do that again on camera. So I have these 4 rolls of Sam's Club and Costco. I think it's Costco that makes the Kirkland. Yeah, I think it is. Ribbon, and I've listed this ribbon in my Etsy shop if you want to purchase some. Some people say they don't have access to a Sam's Club or a Costco, some of those places. So if you need ribbon like this, or you like the way this ribbon looks, it's available in my Etsy shop. You can buy it. I think I'm going to list it in 1 yard, 5 yard, and 10 yards. Probably 5 yard and 10 yards, because you can't do much with 1 yard, right? Okay. So, but we'll see. I'll get some of it listed, and it's available there. By the time I get this video up, hopefully it'll be available. So I decided for the first time today, I've been wanting to do this and I always forget because I just start doing what I normally do. I am doing 14-inch loops, 14-inch tails, excuse me. And, what they call it, spoiler alert. Can't remember things today. So spoiler alert, I do love how it turns out, and you'll get to see that, and you've probably seen it on some other people's wreaths before. But the 14-inch, it just seems to be just the right amount to get that tail to really curl nicely in the end, and it makes it over the poofs and over all the mesh, because that mesh can be quite full. All right, so I'm just getting my tails cut, and then I'm going to clip the ends into a dovetail or fishtail, whichever way you want to call it, and get them added to my wreath form. All right, let me move right along. So the next thing I want to do is gather up my ribbon tails right in the center. And this is where I say I lay the ribbon tail right on the top of the mesh because my clip was on the bottom. So I didn't have to kind of finagle back and forth. So I'm adding it in, starting on the bottom. And this is where I do start on the bottom round and finish on the top, so that if you start on the top, I tend to push things out of the way or whatever to get them on the bottom, and then I end up shaping things twice. So I'll do this sitting down. Then when I'm ready to do the top, I'll just stand up so I can work overhead. And I am alternating. First I had that fuchsia pink mesh with the lighter pink and the silver glitter ribbon, and now I'm doing the going to do the light pink with the light pink ribbon and that fuchsia glitter ribbon. And I'm just going to alternate back and forth. See again how I placed that ribbon right on top, and I can take the clip off the bottom and then just put it right in the reform. That works for me. You know, whatever works for you, that's the way you do it. Whatever makes your hands more comfortable. So I'm going to work my way around here, adding these on the bottom and on the top. And I just want to share that, that if you're enjoying the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And if you haven't already, please become a member of the family. You can join us by clicking that subscribe button and ringing the bell so you can be notified when videos are released. I have been very busy, and I have been absent a couple weeks, and I apologize for that because this is just the wrong time of the year to be absent from making videos. But I told you I had some people here working on my home. I had to get some things completed. As you can see, there's ribbon behind me now instead of a screen, so I've kind of gotten this area set up a little better. I would like to do even more, but at least it's functional now, a lot more functional. I can see things, I can get to things. You can see it's no longer covered in the plastic because the dust is gone. Thank you, God, from all the work. So we are on a roll again. I'm going to be trying to make at least 2 videos a week now that I've kind of gotten that part in order, and getting a whole bunch of things listed on Etsy this week. Oh, I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to do my best because I don't want all this inventory sitting here looking at me after Christmas. So if you'd like to see some different ribbons, or if you'd like to buy one of these wreaths, please check out my Etsy shop. A link is in the description below, or you can find me under the same name in Etsy as KaysCreativeHome. All right, let me finish adding some more here. I'm going to make my way all the way around the bottom. And I don't think I'm going to ask you to sit through this with me. Let's see. Because I can speed it up, I guess, a little bit. And so that it won't take quite so long. But yeah, I'm just going to alternate going back and forth, getting these on here. And then we'll be ready for the next step. Because this time I'm going to add a little bit more embellishments to the wreath. All right, be right back. So now you see I have some ornaments I want to add to my wreath, and what I'm doing is first I tried just feeding the rest of that pipe cleaner through the little hole in the top of the ornament, twisting it in and then securing it with a little bit of glue, and that worked okay, but it just didn't seem to be gripping them right. For some reason some of them were sliding off. So what I ended up doing later, I'll point it out as I get to one, is actually putting some glue on the tinsel tie and inserting it into the hole of the ornament, and then adding a little more glue to secure it. So this white ornament I have with silver speckles or shimmers on it, I only have 3, so I kind of laid out there a second ago, how I can make like a triangle shape so that it's evenly distributed throughout the wreath. So I'm going to add 3 of those. And then I'm just going to fill in with those other 2 colors I have there. I have a muted silver and a glitter silver. And then in that fuchsia, I have muted, I have glitter, and I have the ones with a little bit of design on them, which is going to be really nice for reflecting the light. So I'm going to get these added in little by little, and then we'll move on to what's next. I did try to add those little stems there, the silver branches to the right of your screen. Didn't work out for me. I think I just didn't have enough. I needed a few other things to add in to give it some variety, but that alone, it just wasn't enough. So I didn't end up using those. And in the future, I'll try to get some more things to make the wreath stand out a little bit more, have a little bit more variety, and we'll see what happens. So the next one I'm about to do is, after I get this glue off my hands, is one where I take the top off the ornament. I twist the tinsel together really tight. See how I put a little bit of glue at the top of that tinsel, so as it's sliding into the opening of the ornament, it's kind of adding glue around the edges, and that's where that's what helps to hold it in. And then I add a little bit of glue on the ribbon underneath for the actual ornament to help hold it in place too. So let me show you again. This one on my right hand, I am twisting it together really tight, and take the top off the ornament if I can get it off. Okay, so then I'm getting the other ones just prepared so they'll be ready. So now that I've gotten it together, a little bit of glue right on the top, slide it right, ornament right onto that. If you have problems getting it to go into the ornament, then you haven't twisted the pipe cleaner tight enough, or you can kind of turn the ornament onto that pipe cleaner, just like you kind of screwing it on. You'll see me doing that. I think with this one it got to be too much. Yeah, that one was too thick. I ended up having to cut it. Got some of my wire cutters and actually cut it and try it again. So I made sure it was real screwed together real tight, and tried it again with a little bit of glue and screwed that bulb onto it. I don't know if the openings were tight on some of these than the others. I don't know. But like I said, some of them you can just sit right down on that pipe cleaner, and some of them I had to kind of twist on just to keep it moving and keep it sliding down the pipe cleaner. But at any rate, we got them on, we got them secured, and we are ready to see what happens next. All right, be right back. So as I continue to work my way around the bottom layer of the wreath form, I just want to say again, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it. And if you're not a family member, don't forget to hit the button and ring the bell so you'll be notified when I release new videos. As I shared before, I'm going to do my best to get some more videos up here. This ribbon is available in my Etsy shop. I'm going to have one wreath available in my Etsy shop because I'm making 2, but one is already spoken for. It was a special order, as I shared earlier. And I guess that's it. I'm going to show you some more pictures at the end so you can get an idea of what this wreath would look like on a few different doors. So, as usual, I thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll be talking with you again real soon.